high humidity. But if they're not in the right state of, the right condition, it's going to be even more difficult, okay? You'll see with VTAC, the temperature that a dog can run at is totally different, depending on the condition of the dog. They were like these Malinois, and again, it's a Malinois, so it puts it in a totally different bracket anyway, but just getting ready to work, their temperature is 107 or something like that, 106. Now, you know your family pet will most probably be expired at 106. So the standard concept about what is the temperature for a dog is not correct. Okay, the studies that they did were on a total of 100 dogs, I think, and it was like two studies, and they're not correct. Okay, so the more you condition your dog, the better it's going to be able to work, and the longer it's going to work. So you need to do conditioning exercises that are related to the type of search you do, okay? The type of search you do. If you're doing tracking, the dog has to be conditioned to work aerobically, correct? I mean, it's going to have to be conditioned to be able to work longer and longer. So you've got to train that dog up doing those skills. So whatever you expect the dog to do, that's how you need to train it, okay? And these guys, if you're not training your dog every day and doing stuff that's related to what it's doing, you're not doing the dog any favor, okay? Unfortunately, this is not a pastime, okay? It's a real commitment. You have to make the commitment to get where, to get the best out of your dog. So I think I'm off my soapbox about that stuff.
Can I add something to that?
Sure, no, you haven't said anything. What's wrong with you?
When it comes to the conditioning, you'll hear people say that dog needs to lose 10 pounds, that dog needs to lose, 15 pounds, 5 pounds. Weight isn't the only factor in that. You can take a dog that has a good weight, but is still not in a good enough condition to work. I can look at a person and they may be 150 pounds, but I can take another person that's 150 pounds that has 10% body fat, and I know that person's probably going to be able to handle the environmental conditions or whatever I throw at that person versus a person who's 150 pounds who sits on the couch and eats crap. It's just that they have the metabolism to stay at that size, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be able to go out and do the task that I need them to do. So weight isn't the only indicator, and when I evaluate a dog, weight is one thing I'm looking at. I'm looking at how fluffy the dog is. But I'm also looking for muscle tone, and I'm looking for muscle rigidity and stiffness, and I want to see, is the rear end all muscled out? Are the shoulders well muscled out? What are the lines on the dog? Does the dog have good conformation? Is the dog in line with each other? Are there any discrepancies between the right and the left hand side? Are things unilateral that should be unilateral? Is the dog moving properly? That's going to give me a better idea of the overall health and condition of that dog and that dog's ability to be successful in the field. So don't base it just on weight. Just because your dog's at a good weight doesn't mean that you don't need to go out and do the physical conditioning for the dog as well. That's really important.
Yeah, 100%. That's what conditioning is. It's all of that stuff. Okay. When I say that, that's what I mean.
What about a dog that's kept in the house with the air conditioning, and then you go try to warm it out at 90 to 100 degree weather? Is there anything with that?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be harder for the dog. So you do need to work that dog outside. You do need to go out often. You do need to train at different times of the day. Okay, you do have to change those things. You have to train at different times of the day. You have to do stuff at different times of the day. I don't leave my dogs outside. Okay, I just don't. It's not a police dog. But I do take her out, and I do make